You know that the music should be soft.
You're no good. You're no good. You're no good.
Hey, Butt. How you doing, Butt?
Man, you are no good on that Mayans episode.
Oh, my God. Did you see that show, Theo?
You were no good to that guy in the hospital.
I've never acted before in my life.
Let me tell you something. I was sitting in bed.
Did you watch it?
Of course I did. It's super late for me.
No,
right?
I know you did.
I'm one eye open at 10 o'clock.
You're like that.
And I said to Meg, it was 10:16, and I go, oh shit.
Woo!
I go, oh, Mayans, we gotta watch it, right? Went in, put it on, and they shoot in that same haze, right? Like that bluish haze, like that green haze that SONS had, but maybe a little even more, right? And when you see you coming down that, obviously you know right away, right? Coming down the hallway.
Did you know it was me when I told you everything?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the big
tell by the hair, the wig that I wear.
Yeah, and again, it's just me personally. I have no idea what's going on in the show. So I have no idea. I don't know what anybody's talking about. I don't know whatever. And it doesn't matter, right? It was fucking wild to see. I can't imagine. I know it's wild for you to play, but as someone on the outside, let me tell you something. As someone on the outside, it was fucking wild to see. It was like I was in some kind of weird trip of like weirdness. And I was like, is he Tig again? What's happening?
It was so wild, right? I mean, I didn't watch it live, but I'd seen it already. And my Twitter and shit was, I mean, it crashed. I couldn't keep up. I couldn't even try to keep up. FX and Emilio and everybody was just shooting all this fucking love. And the peeps out there who knew Tig Traeger from 2008 to 2014, they pretty much lost their bazooka balls. They couldn't quite get over it. One guy goes, is that Kim Coates cosplaying Tig, or is that really Tig playing what? Like, what's going on?
What's going on? That's how I felt when I watched it, because I was like, here's why it was done so well. I don't know what's going on in the show.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. It was two polar opposite scenes. So one was funny, aggressive Tig, right? The one we loved, the one we came to know, the belly full of bleach Tig. And then we got the reflective with
older warriors with Emilio. Come on.
The only problem I said is your hair was whooping in that scene. You couldn't get a break with that wind.
Can I tell you now? We went to that was the first scene that I shot. The hospital scene was like 4 days later, which I thought they would do the exact opposite. So me and Emilio, we show up. I'm riding in. So fun. All that, we did our lines and brother, and all that's cool. We go to set, Theo. I'm not joking. It was LA River. Okay. All the trains and the helicopters and the cops and the dogs and the beautiful homeless and whatever else we got going on down there. It's full fucking gear. And the other mines are shooting there. So there's a lot of cops, a lot of security guys. And I pull up and Elgin James is there and he goes, hi, big hugs, all that. And he goes, so listen, Coatsy, I'm thinking of shooting it like here. And I went, wait, there? Like my hair was that the hair guy came in and he went, there's no point, is there? I said, nope, there's no point. It was whipping. Wild. It was whipping.
There was the continuity on that hair was zero.
And of course, Emilio, our brother Emilio, he took more mud glue.
Oh yeah.
Put down that freaking frock.
No, he uses Gorilla Glue. He turned me on to Gorilla Glue. It's basically like spackle, right?
It doesn't move.
Yeah. Like you have to get that off with some type of chemical adhesive, like at night. It does not. His hair doesn't move.
It didn't move.
Oh, it's like Batman putting on his helmet. Like it literally is just like, it just sucks on. Where yours was going, like one of those things they put outside the car dealerships.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was one of those guys.
Yeah, one of those colorful things that to buy a car. That's what your hair looked like.
And then we're doing the scene, and I kept going. We're rehearsing. I go, what? Emilio, what?
I hear you.
Like, I can't hear you. Hey, bro, what, bro? I go, Emilio, I can't respond unless I hear you. Okay, yeah, got you, bro, got you. But fuck does he whisper? And the
And
wind.
all you want to do is go, hey guys, maybe we shoot this inside.
We could have gone under an underpass. Oh my God. But no, Elton, I mean, it looked amazing. I think
It looked amazing. It looked beautiful. It was iconic. And yeah, I heard people saying it was so funny. They're like, make Tig the new enemy next season.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, one step at a time, homies. Let's all just chill out.
It was nice to be invited back to the party. And it was nice that Elgin wrote for me, you know, like it wasn't just a silly scene. It was like, I told him, you have to write for me. And I thought he did a pretty great job in giving Tig that, you just said it, that twisted, weird, scary thing. And then this reflective, you know, moral compass of the club with Emilio calling him, you're not a bad man, you're turning into a good man. And, you know, but there's something at the end of that scene where you really do think, if the Suns go at the Mayans and Mayans go at the Suns, if they do another season, it's going to be absolute bloodbath everywhere.
Yeah, you mentioned Packard a lot, which is our buddy Robert Patrick.
Yeah,
I deciphered. You know what it made me think? I'm so funny, right?
You are very funny.
Yeah, I was laying there, and I was, you know, I had one of those moments, and I was watching. The show opened up with them at a funeral. So I was watching that, and you know, 100 extras. How many funerals have we shot?
Oh my God, on Sons, so many.
Right, so many. And I looked at Megan and I go, I don't miss that. And what I meant in my head, and it just came out, was I don't miss those days of that kind of scene, right? Where it's 100 extras, you do it 1,000 times, there's no dialogue,
no,
just out there roasting in the valley. And you got all this leather on. That's what I was trying to say. And she goes, you don't miss being on one of the biggest shows on the planet.
Look at Meg just giving
and having full-blown job security and loving all your best friends. You don't miss that. And I go, no, I meant funeral scene. But when she said that, it was so funny because it did bring me back to where I was like, man, what a fucking unique time. And then having Perlman on, right? Everybody was so excited about having Clay on.
Oh my God, was that issue, that episode huge last week? My
fucking
God,
huge.
This week, like crazy.
And then to go into having Ron on, right? You and I have spent a significant amount of time with Ron recently, but to have him on the show, to have everybody hear him, and then to go watch this 710 episode, which it's incredibly unique that it reminded me, it had a lot of the Sun stuff in it, meaning like it had a lot of strokes of Suns in it. And I
could not agree more.
In the sex that was going on. I mean, the strokes of Suns. There was a lot of like Suns scenes.
Yeah.
That was very unique to Suns.
Yeah.
So it definitely made me like a moment where, you know, because I don't watch anything else, that I was like, fuck, man, Suns was a good show, right? Like it was a good show. And maybe I'm a little nostalgic because we're getting to the end of this, but I just went, fuck, that was a good show, right? And seeing you back on and seeing whatever, and the ability to write a show, whether we agreed or not, a lot of it, for 11 leads, 12 leads, everybody gets some stuff. They all become iconic characters, right? You know, everybody. Definitely everybody, right? There's even people who really weren't doing much, you know, they're like the second, you know, oh, you were Rat Boy and fuck, man. Yeah, I know you.
We can go on and on. T.O. I mean, so many people. Chucky. We can go on and on and on and on. People will never forget those characters.
And I'm sure there's shows like that now.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I just don't know that those are, you know, listen, it's like I was at Home Depot yesterday, right? Buying a new rake. I'm doing this. It's going to take me about 10 years. So you'll hear me talk about this if we ever do a reunion special. Like I'm doing that hiking trail in the front, whatever, right? So I'm out there and I had to go buy a new rake, and I'm in, and I walk into Home Depot, and it's, you and I have had so many of these, but like the guy who worked there was like, I know you. And I go, cool. And he goes, Sons of Anarchy, fuck. Luke Cage, American Skin, fuck. Juice, fuck. And he goes like, and it's like he's processing while he's walking with me to show me where the rakes are.
For sure.
And he goes, fuck, man, Sons, man, fuck. And he just kept saying that. He's like, fuck, man, that show, fuck. And I'm like, this is so many years later. And while he mentioned other things with Cage, American Skin, true story, there was something about Sons that he was just like, he couldn't verbalize it. He was just like, fuck, man, that show, fuck. And it was like, it brought him back to a time in his head where I think he was so engaged in like television.
We've talked about this. You had to watch it every week. It was a different time. Social media hadn't taken off yet. We were just barely getting iPhones. I mean, honest to God, it was a different time. And
do you remember we used to live tweet episodes, me and you? We used to try.
Maybe at the very end.
Yeah, at the end.
I don't remember doing it early at all. Ever. You're the one who got me into this crazy fucking world.
Well, I joined Twitter in like 2010.
Okay, well then I was after you.
You were way after because I was living in the house in Eagle Rock. It was like 2012.
It was 12 because it was just before Kyla did her very first big Hogs for Heart. I was 12, 13, 14, right in there. That's what,
Yeah. And then I got you to live tweet a thing and we were talking about that. And again, it was like the infancy of all that. No, I would never think to go on social media and check what people are saying about Sons. Like that wasn't.
So today, when you watch a show and everybody does it, you binge. You're able to binge. You watch 10 shows in a weekend and it's over. Sons of Anarchy, you had to go every Tuesday. Then you had to wait 6 months before the next one started. Think about that. No wonder it was such an impressively can't forget it kind of show.
And you know what I loved about it?
In their bodies.
And I love that people would do like two things. If they were watching it with a family member, the second the Reaper would come up at the end, they would discuss it, right? Or if they were going to work the next day and they had a coworker that like watched it as well, they'd go, fuck, did you see what happened with Piney and fucking this? And they would do that. Or they would call somebody up and be like, did you finish? I'm watching it right now. Don't tell me anything. I'm not done. I got 10 minutes left. I paused it. Yeah. Hey guys. If you want to see this full episode, click on our subscription service down below where we have not just the rest of the Reaper review episodes, but we have everything else, which is our other show, Theory.
Discord, merchandise, Q&As, so much going on. I can't even keep up, Theo.
Greeting videos that we
come on.
Our merch shops, our exclusive gear, plus again, our other show, Theory, that Kim and I also do. So, hey, continue the journey of Reaper Reviews and also come start the new journey with our Theory show. And that's it. We'll see you there. We appreciate it.
See you soon. Can't wait. Appreciate you all.
Let's go.
Bye-bye.